Hello! I am super excited about this week. We have got lots going on. Obviously, it is barn week. We're going to start the barn, which is exciting. We're going to go to the woods, chop the wood down, hopefully get the cement ordered and the rebar, apparently. I don't know what that is. But yeah, so we've got a busy week. We also have friends coming at the weekend, which is really nice because now the track's done, we can actually host, which is super exciting. The only thing is we don't have an outdoor table, so I'm just trying to figure out what we could use. I have had an idea, but I don't know if Badger's going to go for it. I would love him to make an outdoor table, and I was thinking we could use the wood that the neighbour gave us. I don't know how it would work. He has made tables before. He made loads for our wedding, which was amazing, so I know he can do it. But I know that we have 10,000 other jobs to do, so we'll see. But I think that might be this week's extra challenge for him. Needing.
What do you need?
Well, you know we're having everyone over on Saturday for barbecue.
Yes.
And we don't have a table outside.
Yes.
I was wondering, you know the tables you made for our wedding?
Oh, you want me to go and buy a table?
Oh, yeah. No.
No.
Do you think you'd be up for making a table?
Yeah, man.
Like, you know the ones from our wedding? Like that style,
like
a big, long, like...
Whoops.
Big long picnic bench.
Yes.
I thought it'd be really fun, and we
like
could use the wood.
Ones.
Yeah, and we could use the wood that the neighbour gave us.
All right. Okay.
Up for the challenge?
Yep. I'm gonna get thinking about it.
I know, but it's Monday today.
Yeah.
And it has to be ready for Saturday.
Okay.
Okay. Challenge accepted?
Challenge accepted.
Great. As you all know, we have 3 beautiful children in our family, but I actually think there's more.
There are 4.
4? Who's the 4th one?
Daddy.
Daddy. Where is Daddy currently?
In the river messing around.
In the river messing around, and he has lost his sunglasses, and he's currently shouting for us to go and help him.
Yeah.
Should we go find him?
Yeah, let's go.
Come on.
Let's go help him.
Let's go help him. So Badger has been exploring the river to see where we can dam it a tiny bit to make a bit of a swimming pool. Anyway, he's dropped his sunglasses.
I think they're there.
Great, go get...
It's a bit rippled and I can't see. But the only way is to try, but the water is so cold.
I don't know if you can hear it, but the water is so cold, he's saying.
Oh, I don't want to get there. I need...
Why don't you just get in?
Huh?
Just get in.
Get in.
Like in your pants.
Well, I'm already wet, I've fell over.
Oh, yeah, he fell over, that's why he dropped his sunglasses.
Right. I found him!
You need to get in! Just get in!
I've got the heaviest wellies in the world. I can't get out. But found the glasses.
What's going on here?
Well, you set me the challenge of making an outside table.
Yes.
So I thought I would use the branches that came off the trees that we managed to get back from the access when the digger dug it. So I'm going to get 4 of these and make an X at each end. So I'm going to chainsaw them together, and then I'm going to go to the sawmill and see if they've got any flat offcuts to screw to the top. So hopefully we're going to use all the stuff that we got from the oak trees.
Amazing.
So now if I chainsaw this bit and this bit here, they should sit a little bit flatter together, and then I can put a bolt through to hold it all together.
Awesome.
Oh, this would be so cool, wouldn't it? If it went like this through. Like that. Yeah, but good idea! But it can't. Okay, next. Hang on, I just need to build a bridge on.
So it'll be that way at each end, 2 of those, like that. And then I'll cut these straight so it's flat, and then I'll measure up so it's exactly level and do the same again. And then I can put a cross piece in to take the top of the table, and then from the middle bit here, underneath, from one end to the middle, I'll put support to stop it rocking backwards and forwards, and then put a bolt through the centre of this and tighten it all up. It should all be solid.
Beautiful, I'm excited.
Right, we've just got here and our mate Joao says they're just about to cut this oak tree. Now that they're slicing it, it looks mega, and I think we're going to have to take extra pieces for the table and maybe some kitchen worktops in the roundhouse.
So I hang the washing out and you've basically made a table?
No, I haven't, not yet. I've cut the 2 ends together and cut a notch in both of them so that they sit on a cross, and then I've just put these bits of batten to hold it together, because I think the only way I can build it is if I have all the oak laid on the floor and then put the legs and everything on. But it's going to be so heavy to pick up and turn over, but I'm going to build this little frame to hold it up, and I can put the lid on, screw it all together, and then take this frame away, is the plan.
Good thinking. The question is it going to be ready for our barbecue?
Well, I'm still waiting for the oak to be delivered.
Come
so
on.
That could be this week, next week. I have faith.
Good. Look how beautiful this oak is. It's going to be our outside table and our kitchen worktops. Check out the grain. Now we've chosen the 2 pieces for the outdoor table, Badger is going to cut the 2 sides so they fit nicely together. How's it going?
Good. I'm just trying to get the braces on the bottom and keep the top level so it's nice and smooth. But once I get those on, I'll be ready to lift onto my frame, adjust it around a little bit, cut bits, move it like that.
Yeah.
And then bolt it all up, and it should be ready for sanding and etc.
Eating off. What's the plan now, Badger?
Well, we need trees.
We need trees, so we're going to go into the forest that way.
Yeah.
The foresters, and we're going to go choose some super straight, super long logs for the barn. Logs? Are they called logs? They're not called logs, are they?
Posts.
Posts for the barn.
Let's go get them.
Come on. What have you got there, Badger?
I have got a measuring stick, which is one of the small trees, which I've cut down at 6 metres tall, and I've marked 3.1, 3.5 and 4 metres in little rings on the way up, because my barn, I need those size timbers, but obviously I can't measure up the trees very well. So I measure up the tree a metre if I want it 7 metres, and then I put my stick up and I can see that the tree's big enough, ready to use to make the barn.
Cool.
And into the woods.
Into the woods we go. Hi ho, hi ho.
I bought these strings along so we can maybe hang them up somewhere and then we can have like a swing.
That's a good idea.
Chorus.
The plan is to thin these trees out because we've got about 16 growing out of the same area and they're obstructing each other's light. So if I can get some of them out and thin them out, they'll get more light and the trees will get bigger and healthier, but also I can use them for the posts for the barn. The first thing to do is cut a wedge in the side which you would, the way you want the tree to fall, and then once you've got your wedge cut out you can cut from the back until it falls and then it will drop and land where you want it to go rather than don't know where it's going to go. Thin, but I'll mark it anyway. Could you just hold that on there for me? Like that.
I like it.
At least the first two we've got that length.
Dad, look what I found! Oh, look.
We need 16 posts in total for the barn, so we're going to use about 4 of these trees. We can get 2 posts from each tree, and we have some oak trees that we're going to use as well. So what have you got there, boys?
What have we got, Wilfred? I'll hold it, you tell them.
Half a tree.
Half a tree?
No, well that's a whole tree put them together.
So what are we going to do with them?
Make them into the posts for the barn.
What did you say?
Make them into the posts for the... Make them for the post...
Make them into?
Make them into the posts for the barn.
Yeah.
So they'll be stood up like this, and then they'll have wood between them, like the wall plate, and then the roof will go on top. So that's 2 down, and a few more to go. So I've finished cutting. I've got 9 posts, which is 1 spare because one had a bit of a crack in it. And now we have firewood or posts for other projects and kindling and other smaller firewood. So now we've chopped the trees, it's time to sort it all out.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Obviously these battens are coming out, but aren't they?
Yeah, it's just holding it together until I can bolt it up.
What are you doing?
I'm just taking this brace here that I had on because I hadn't put the bolts in, but now I've tightened the bolts up, which go through all these bits of wood to hold it together and tighten up there. I can take this temporary brace off, which will make it just look a bit smarter. Yeah, sand it down and treat it so it doesn't rot, and then we'll turn it upside down and do the same to the legs, and then yeah, hopefully it should last as many years to come.
Great.
Right, you've already seen I've made a bench, which Kayla is now sanding. I'm going to make... No, you've already seen I've made a table, which Kayla is sanding, I'm now going to make a bench out of the 2 slab woods, which is where they sliced the tree. It's the top and the bottom piece. And I'm going to make a bench out of it. So I've drilled just a little way in, like that, for the bolts. Then I'll hold this piece up in line and I'll put 3 bolts through this end, and then I'll do the same the other end. And then we'll have a bench. It'll be ready for sanding.
Now the table has been sanded. As you can see, it's looking beautiful. I'm going to oil it to protect it. And Badger has just started sanding the bench. Tell me what you're doing.
I have, well, actually you have sanded this table.
I have.
I made it, you sanded it. It's a right team effort. And now I'm just putting some Osmo on. It's like a clear UV filtering.
Food grade, isn't it?
Food grade, etc, etc, etc. But it's good for kitchen worktops, etc. It says interior, but I had it left over, so I thought this will do until we get some better stuff.
Look at that grain, it's incredible. I asked my husband to make me a table for our friends coming over, and look what he's made, it's incredible.
And I'm halfway through the bench.
Halfway through the bench as well, look at that. I love you.
I love you too.
You're very clever, aren't you?
Well, some things.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's lush. I just love oak. It could be anything really. I love how gnarly it is.
Trixie, what have you found?
A grasshopper.
Can I see him? Wow. What are you doing with him?
Putting him in the grass.
Yeah, I think he'll be happy in the grass.
Why is he not bouncing?
Maybe he needs a bit of encouragement. Show him where the grass is. I think he likes you. Do you think he wants to live on your thumb?
Yeah. Shall we keep him?
Well, I'd like to keep him, but I think he'll be happier in the grass, don't you?
But there's no friends in there.
He'll find his friends.
Bit of a windy, cloudy day today, but it's still lovely and warm. I thought it'd be a good day to start the barn today. So I'm going to string out a line to show where one side of the posts are going to go, and then I'm going to line every 2 meters for each upright which I've cut down out the forest, and then we'll see how we get on. I'll show you in a second. Here is where the barn is going to go, and I have set out a string line. So all I've done is hammered a short piece of batten into the ground with the tape measure and the string, and the string will keep a perfectly straight line down one side, and each one of these tyres represents where an upright will be to hold the roof up. So I'll go along and I'll drill down my rebar into this rock until it's solid, about 1/2 metre I would imagine, and then have about 1/2 metre out the top, and then maybe a little bit of concrete and gravel into the tyres, and then a little space between there and the wood to stop the moisture going up, and then they should be solid and connected to the roof. So that's the plan, that's that side, and then I've just got to lay one out that side, check corner to corner to make sure that it's nice and square, and then we'll be ready to make holes and drill rebar in. we have to strip the bark off of these so that we can treat them with bug treatment and stop them rotting, etc., because they're going to be outside.
Ow.
Oh, you hurt yourself?
No, I think you're getting prickled. It's really hard to do it on here, isn't it?
See, straight. Oh, look at that. How satisfying is that?
It's so satisfying. I'm sure I won't say that after all this whole pile.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll have tired arms. Is it just wobbling around?
Yeah, it's really annoying. There's like brambles there.
I did have an idea yesterday that I might turn my 2 cheap trestles into a sawhorse.
Okay.
I could do that quickly.
Yeah, that would be much better. Do it on there.
Well, I'm going to put a bit of wood that way and that way to make a cross, and the same in the middle, and the same at that end, and then you can rest the log and do it like that.
Yeah, good thinking. We've got so many logs to do, so I think it's worth it. Badger, this looks wicked. Is it going to save my back?
I think so.
What have you done?
So I took the little hinges, just took one side off so I could splay them out a little bit more, and then put these extra braces inside and inside and inside, and then it creates this V for us to sit the log on, and then we can scrape all the bark off. It should be a bit easier, stop it rolling around and be able to turn it, take the other side off.
Amazing. And also you can do the firewood with that.
Yeah, so hopefully with the bigger logs I'll be able to chuck them on top and chainsaw them to make it a bit easier.
Great.
Yeah, little conversion from a cheap trestle to a chainsaw horse.
Love it. Amazing. Let's try it.
Does that make it a bit easier?
Yeah, it does. Because you can push against it.
Pull it towards you.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow. It's like shaving your legs.
And there we have it. That really was a labour of love to get all the bark off, but actually a very satisfying job. There's a few bits here that I need to really get into, but we're pretty much done.
I've just seen Kayla. You can't see from here. Oh, there she is. She's just fallen over walking up. You alright?
Why are you recording me?
I just saw you were walking and then you were on the floor. What have you done? Why are you so dusty? What happened?
I just fell down the bank.
You turnip.
I went to get the cup of the tea mirror. Hello, I've got my slippers on.
Oh my word. Talk us through it.
Well, you know where we go up the bank and there's no like steps?
Yeah.
I went up and my slippers like got the grip, but then my foot just like slipped down.
See, basically Michael Jacksoned back down the hill.
Well, like on my bum.
Oh my word, darling.
The cat was just sat there watching me.
Even the cat was mocking you. Oh dear.
Yeah, my leg.
What the Brits will do for a cup of tea.
You need to get the steps sorted.
Okay, sorry.
And here we have it, the epic table. I'm so chuffed and happy. Thank you.
I'm just so pleased we've got somewhere for everybody to sit
I
tomorrow.
know. It was a bit touch and go. It's Friday afternoon. The beer is in the fridge, but it's ready. It's all good.
And we've got all the posts stripped ready, and the delivery of ballast and sand and cement has come. So next week we'll be able to get the posts up and the barn will start coming out the ground.
Yay! Woo! We're building up.
Tune in next week.
See you next week. Thank you.
Bye.